Welcome to This Explainer. I want you to think about your day-to-day workflow for just a second, because if you're like most people, you are probably losing hours upon hours every single week to these incredibly soul-draining tasks. Tasks that, frankly, artificial intelligence could completely finish for you before your morning coffee even gets cold. So today, we're going to break down the decade-hour blueprint, and we'll show you exactly how to get that precious time back.
So let's kick things off with a pretty massive question. I want you to imagine, right now, what you would actually do if you could miraculously reclaim 10 hours every single week. I mean, that's an entire working day, just handed right back to you. The scary truth we have to face is that while you might still be doing things the old, manual way, smart competitors are already using AI. They're getting way more done, making more money, and completely freeing up their schedules.
And really, this starkly illustrates the divide we're seeing right now in the working world. On one side, we have this painful reality of being stuck doing repetitive, boring work. You know the drill: writing endless emails, formatting reports, manually doing data entry. It just drains your energy. But on the other side, we have the massive advantage of leveraging AI. Because it isn't just about doing less work, it's about doing much higher quality work, increasing your overall output, and actually getting to clock out on time for once.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the 10-hour problem. Then, smarter writing and research. Third, instant audio and visuals. Fourth, automating your daily work. And finally, reclaiming 500 hours.
All right, Section 1, smarter writing and research. Let's tackle the heavy lifting of deep work.
We're going to be looking at 4 specific heavy hitters in this section: ChatGPT, Claude, NotebookLM, and Perplexity. Each one has a totally unique purpose, but when you put them together, they will dramatically reduce your workload for generating text and digging up facts. Let's talk about the sheer scale of time you save, starting with ChatGPT. If you spend your day writing emails, creating content, or trying to brainstorm solutions, this is absolutely your baseline tool. Imagine you have to write a business proposal. Staring at a blank page, that might easily take a solid hour or more of frustrating typing and deleting, right? But with ChatGPT, you literally just describe what you need, and it whips up an outline, key points, and a full first draft in seconds. You are no longer the writer, you are the editor, and that is infinitely faster. Next up is Claude, and let's see how this builds on those text capabilities. Claude is basically your go-to for deep analysis and massive, overwhelming documents. Say someone hands you a 100-page research paper, a dense legal contract, or an ebook. Reading that the old-school way takes hours, and let's be totally honest, half your brain is asleep by page 10 anyway. But upload that exact same document into Claude, you ask it for a summary, and it extracts the key insights instantly. It just plows right through the noise and gives you exactly what you need in minutes. Okay, our third tool is just incredibly cool. It's Google's NotebookLM. Think of this as a super-powered study buddy. Step 1, you upload your own stuff, notes, articles, whatever it is you're researching. Step 2, NotebookLM creates these brilliant synthesized summaries. But step 3, well, this is where the magic really happens. It can actually generate a highly realistic, incredibly engaging podcast-style discussion between 2 AI voices talking about your documents. I mean, imagine turning a dry, boring stack of meeting notes into an audio lesson you can casually listen to while you commute or walk the dog. No way, right? But it works.
Finally, to round out our research stack, we have Perplexity. Think of this as a vastly smarter search engine. We all know the old, painful way of researching. You type in a query, open up 10 different websites and 10 different tabs, and mindlessly scroll through SEO-optimized pages just looking for one single fact. Well, Perplexity completely eliminates that. You ask a question, let's say about a specific investment trend, and it provides a direct, synthesized answer, fully complete with footnotes linking out to reliable sources. It is instant, highly trusted research.
Moving right along to Section 2. Instant audio and visuals. Time for creative execution.
We're going to cover 4 tools here that will completely transform how fast you create. Canva AI for design, CapCut AI for video, 11 Labs for audio, and Gamma for your presentations. Let's start with a real beast of a task: video editing. Anybody who edits knows it's easily one of the most time-consuming things on the planet. CapCut AI totally changes the game here. It's got features that automatically generate captions, remove background noise, pull out the best highlights, and even auto-cut all your dead silence. What this means is a project that used to trap you at your desk for 4 long hours can now realistically be done in under 1. The before and after time savings are just absolutely staggering. Then we have 11 Labs. Look, if you ever need a voiceover for a video, an ad, or a big presentation, you do not need to go buy an expensive microphone, pad a soundproof room, and do 20 frustrating retakes just because you stumbled over one word. 11 Labs generates stunningly realistic, human-sounding voiceovers straight from your text in minutes. You literally type it out, pick a voice you like, and boom, you have broadcast-quality audio instantly.
Let's group our next two visual powerhouses together, Canva AI and Gamma. With Canva AI, design work that honestly used to require a graphic design degree now just needs a simple text prompt. You type out what you're looking for, and it instantly creates thumbnails, social graphics, and marketing materials. And then there's Gamma. Creating a pitch deck traditionally eats up a massive chunk of time, right? Just formatting slides and nudging little boxes around. Gamma builds beautiful, highly professional presentations from a simple prompt in minutes. It handles the entire design, you just provide the idea.
All right, Section 3, automating your daily work. Let's remove that administrative friction.
We're going to look at two absolute heavy hitters that will revolutionize how you handle your digital life. Otter AI for all those meetings, and Zapier for your daily digital workflows.
For your meetings, you absolutely need Otter AI. Look, we all know meetings eat up huge amounts of time. And what's worse, if you're the person assigned to take notes, you're not actually participating in the conversation, are you? Otter AI joins your online meetings, records them, transcribes the entire conversation in real time, and then, get this, creates an automatic summary with action items at the end. Instead of frantically scrambling to write things down, Otter frees you up to actually focus, look people in the eye, and just review perfect notes later.
And rounding out our list is Zapier. So what exactly does this do? Well, Zapier is a tool that basically acts like a bridge. It connects the totally different apps you use every single day and automates all those repetitive workflows between them. It is quite literally the ultimate invisible assistant.
Let me walk you through a really concrete scenario to show you the massive potential we're talking about here. Let's say, step 1, a potential client fills out a contact form on your website. Back in the old days, you'd have to spot that email, manually write a reply, and then manually copy their info into your database. With Zapier, the exact second that form is submitted, step 2 happens instantly. Zapier fires off a customized, automatic welcome email. And step 3, it simultaneously updates your Google spreadsheet with their info and drops a ping in your team's Slack channel so everyone knows. Tasks that used to require your constant attention now just happen instantly, completely flawlessly, running right in the background.
Which brings us to Section 4, Reclaiming 500 Hours. Let's talk about your yearly advantage.
500 hours. That is the magic number right there. If you imagine using just 3 or 4 of the tools we've explored today, just kind of stacking them together into your daily workflow, you can so easily save 10 or more hours every single week. When you actually multiply that out, that's over 500 hours reclaimed every single year.
I want to connect this directly back to you for a second. 500 hours. What are you actually going to do at that time? You know, you could use it to finally build out that side business. You could learn a highly profitable new skill. You could start creating your own content. Or maybe most importantly of all, you could simply snap your laptop shut at 3 p.m. and just go spend that time with your family and friends. AI isn't just about working more. It's about actually getting your life back.
So I want to wrap up this explainer with a really powerful thought straight from our source material. The people who learn to work with AI today will have a major advantage tomorrow. The tools are out there right now and they are incredibly accessible to anyone. So the only question left to ask is, which of these 10 tools are you going to implement in your workflow today so you don't get left behind tomorrow?